All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here and we are about underway. What's up, Arpo? How is life? How the life be? What teacher has a test on a Saturday? That is the real question in my life. So, Chamin Sheik off or Chamin Sok off to an amazing starts on the season for him. Uh, four games, 3-0, 23 points, 2 innings, a 1.1 for WHIP. He has struggled with walks a bit. 16 total between hit batters and actual walks against righties. Uh, they're only hitting 111. Lefties are hitting at 270 points below his career average. So the fact that I don't know exactly what he's done to suddenly be one of the best Korean pitchers in the league. I don't know if it's something that the new coaching staff has been able to unlock and unharness, but because he's only throwing 4 total pitches, he two-seam cutter, a forkball, and a slider. So it's not like he's throwing 6 different pitches. He is doing what I talked about, where the better pitchers in the league are going to throw. They're not going to rely on 50% fastballs and then 20 and 20% and then just mix in something else. He's throwing his fastball 46% of the time, and then his other 3 pitches, he's throwing 10 to 20%. So it looks like we have some issues with the old pitch clock. Pitch clock is not working in Jamshil. This is the last season in this stadium, as both LG and Doosan are in this stadium. But this will be the last year. They're going to tear it down and build a, I don't know, 30,000 seat dome, 20,000. Who knows? What they promise and what they deliver is never the same thing. How are the announcers just now realizing this? So I have the announcers in my ear here, and they're just now saying that they. Oh wait, the pitch clock doesn't work. Oh, technology, all the good you do and all the evil that follows it. 3 minutes late already. Arpo, the way this is going, you might be able to watch some baseball if we never get to play it. Now they're bringing out a different base. Oh, now they're. Looks like there was some issues with the amount of give on the plate or the first base. All right, I think we're finally ready to have some baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we got a first base, let's see if anybody gets to it. I do have a lovely surprise, as I was actually able to add some music, ladies and gentlemen. Hong Chang-gi leads things off. Misses up high, ball 1. And the 1-0 misses inside. 2-0. Those of you checking out the stream, let me know if I need to adjust these volumes. I'm kind of guessing. Good afternoon, Jim. Is that Mrs. Lowe? And it's 3-0. It's going to be a kind of on-the-fly testing. I tested to make sure I wasn't going to get my streams cut off, but we'll have to play with the volumes as we go today. All right, the 3-0 up. Ooh, does get in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's now 3-1. Hong Chang-gi off to a rough start. Just hitting 155 on the season. Had a couple days. Sorry about that. Had a couple days off, and then he's back up into the top of the lineup. And that is why he's at the top of the lineup, because he just walks.
Thank you for the recommendation, Jim Infla.
Thank you, Jim. All right, so that's going to bring up Chun Sung Ho, not originally the third baseman on opening day. He has slowly made his way into the starting lineup because of outstanding offensive production. All right, the first pitch is in there for a strike. And the 0-1 is going to be a ground ball through the right side. Hong Chang-gi is going to go first to third as Cameron scoops it up. And the throw goes back. No, he says, hold up. As the throw was awful and ended up going out all the way, hit the backstop though. And that puts runners on the corners with 0 outs. All right, so runners on the corners with nobody out. So 7 pitches for Chae-Min Suk, and he is already in a lot of trouble.
Thank you for the recommendation, The Jungle.
As Austin Dean lifts that one up, going off the top of the wall. Hong Chang-gi is going to come around to score, and Chun Sung Ho also. Good morning, Jungle. It was all right. We had lots of adult beverages and also a lot of meat. All right, Austin Dean puts them up already at 2-0, standing on second. Hello, Dinger. Yeah, no, that misses inside. 1-1.
Thank you for the recommendation, Big Dinger.
And the 1-1 is fouled away. He stays 1-2, or moves to 1-2. Yeah, let me know the music volume, if it's good, if it needs to go up, if it needs to go down. Again, I spent about 2.5, 3 hours this morning trying to get your guys' music going. All right, the 1-2. And that is going to be ripped right at the second baseman. We'll throw over to first, and Dean moves over to third. That's the first out of the day, but it moves him 90 feet away from another run. Brings up a Moon Sung Ju. Da, 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 Alrighty, OG. Oh, Moon Sung Ju steps in. Try this again. And Moon Sung Ju fouls that one off for 1-1. Moon Sung Ju off to a good season so far. 360 on the season. Doing what he often does. All right, the 1-1 pitch is slapped. That's going to drop down, and that's going to be into the corner. Moon Sung Ju is going to head on into second base, and another double, another RBI, and another run as LG is up not for 3-0 early. This is gonna be gross, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, that's why. That was a random run there. It should be, as OG Wan steps in. Second base is hanging out with Moon Sung Ju. Route, yeah. All right. 0-2 already on OG Wan. Sets up on the inside, almost hits him, but that's going to be a ball 1-2. Yeah, I didn't even really watch. And that's going to be rolled over. Stays 1-2. Harpo, aren't you supposed to be studying for your calculus test, buddy? All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And way up high at 2-2. We're already running into some issues. Yeah, I looked a little bit like during dinner. I saw it was at one point it was 2-1 in C. As the 2-2 pitch is lifted, that is going to be putting the center fielder back on his heels. Moon Sung Ju is going to tag up and head on over. And that is 2 away as Moon Sung Ju now 90 feet away from another run. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Pak Dong Wan. Da, da, da. Oh, did I? Oh, Pake mean. I thought I guess I have the lineups backwards. Or I have the lineups right. Yeah, they switched. And the 0-1 pitch inside 1-1. Yeah, I have him, Jungle. I have him on my fantasy team. So I looked and I'm like, oh wow. Only overshadowed by the fact that Oler ended up just dominating. Yeah, and that's in there for a strike at the top of the. What is the umpire doing? He's like, The umpire's like, hey, I got to check. I got to make sure that I'm in the camera view so that I can get my punch out. Watch this. Watch this umpire. Oh, they're not going to show it. He like moved so that the catcher wasn't blocking him from the camera view. We'll go to the bottom of the first. LG up big already, 3-0. Yeah, Kim Gun-woo on my old fantasy team. He's been doing me well. Yeah. All right, the bottom of the inning. Park Chan-ho leading things off. Let's get some numbers going. All right. Tolhurst out on the mound for LG. He's pitched well since getting rid of that after that first start. 3-0, 4 games this season. 3-1 on the season, but the first game was rough. He's dropped the ERA down to 3.43 now. 21 innings and 17 strikeouts. Does have a little walk issues, 11 walks in those 21 innings, and Park Chan-ho is going to lead things off. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And it just misses low. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch is sets up on the outside, and that's a beautiful breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2. Somebody right by the camera has like a clapper or something, like those little plastic clappers, and it's annoying. And the 1-2 misses outside at 2-2. As I can hear it in the broadcast. And 2-2 is a foul away. He stays 2-2. 294 on the season for Park Chan-ho, off to a rough early start, but he has turned things around as of recently. Tolhurst, 4 pitches, mainly leads with his fastball 39% of the time. Off of that, a cutter, a curve, and a forkball, all 15% more or higher. As that's going to be a grounder. The catcher is going to take it and almost airmails it to Austin. But that's 1 away. It's straight into the dirt. What is Park Chan-ho doing? Like, he stops and spins around to check for the ball. Run. Your first base coach will tell you if you need to stop. Just already bad fundamentals. Haven't even made it through an inning yet. All right, this Sona Sup looks at the ball one way outside. Again, hitting 133 on the season for the all-time KBO hit leader. He's got to start getting some hits because Che Young-woo is right behind him for Samsung. As that misses down low, and it's 2-0. Oops, wrong side. On his third team in less than a year, as the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Pretty much limited to DH duties at this point in his career. Thought last year would be his last. But this has got to be his final year unless he suddenly outshines and comes back. As the 2-1 is fouled away, 2-2 now. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch just sets up at the knees, and that misses outside. 3-2. Runs our count full, first full count of the day. Took us 9 batters to get there, ladies and gentlemen. That might be a record. Yeah. Jim, you were saying earlier LG and KT were your picks. That is a foul away. Yeah, I think I have to take, despite the fact that Samsung has not been playing well, I think I've got to take, I would take Samsung. And we'll have another 3-2 pitch here. Sets up right down the middle. And he pops it up. Third baseman Chun Sung Ho will give and chase, but it's going to head into the bullpen maybe, or might have actually got into the stands. Can't really tell that from that camera angle. Already 13 pitches for Tolhurst. Again, a lot of pitches in the first inning from Chae-Min Sok because of obviously gave up a lot of runs. But the 3-2 is fouled away again. Foul, 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 foul. And again, you have some of these games like this game. Oh, yeah. But Go Young Pyo is also the 3-2 pitch into the dirts, and that's going to walk him. Yeah, that's the thing, though, is Go Young Pyo is a guy that gives up a lot of home runs. He's a side armor that leads with his changeup most of the time. He's only throwing 128 to 130 kilometers an hour with that changeup. And they're playing in SSG, which has one of the smallest stadiums in the league. So that's why I say that's all right. To Pak Jun-soo steps in. .383 on the season, 3 long balls. Hanging out at his second base today. And a 1-0 pitch up high. 2-0. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Hitting 400 this month. And the 2-0 sets up on the outside, and that misses up and in at 3-0. Oh, Tolhurst looking rough here. Again, Sonos up over at first base. He's already fallen down behind a 3-0 here to the number 3 hitter. And here we go. The 3-0 pitch just sets up on the outside. Gets it over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Yeah, it's really seeming like there's a lot of bottom feeders, Jim. But there have been a lot of early injuries too. I will say that. As the 3-1 pitch just sets up on the outside, and he runs it way up and in, but he fouls it off, brings the count full. Another 3-2 pitch coming up. Yeah, really looks like KT, Samsung, LG. I still am not sold on SSG. I'm really not sold on them. Like they did sweep Samsung, but they were all come from behind. As that is another walk, back-to-back walks, puts runners on first and second with just one out. As Tolhurst really looking to have some troubles with his command today. Maybe it's the 2 o'clock game. As the Doosan and LG fans are still slowly rolling in. Have a mound visit here. Yeah, I just am not sold on him. Like I thought they outperformed their record last year, and then before the season started, they lost Kim Kwon Hyun. And that's misses low, ball one. But again, I didn't think they were that good last year, and they ended up hanging on courtesy of their bullpen. I do know that they have one of the better closers in Jo Myung-woo, or Jo Myung-hyun. So they do have a decent, as that misses outside, and now that's another ball. He is not getting ahead of these batters, and it is not looking good for LG. Despite that 3-0 early lead, it's Tolhurst already throwing pitch number 24 here, as that is outside, and pitch number 24 is a ball like most of the other ones. Already 2 walks, already 2 full counts. Pak Dong-won trying to frame it for the ABS system. Still haven't figured out why Korean catchers try to frame everything. That was the 3-2 pitch. Another get-me-over fastball. Right down the middle for 150. 25 pitches now for Tolhurst, facing number 25, Yang Yi-ji, hitting a 215 on the season. Waggling back and forth. Now, I can't remember who it is. That one is lifted, but it gets foul and runs another count full. What was the name of the catcher in Major League? It really pointless, Jim. What was the name of the catcher that played for the White Sox for in the movie Major League 2, I believe. Yeah, Jack Parkman. Pulling that one out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Yang Yi-ji shimmying back and forth like Jack Parkman. Here we go. The 3-2 counts of Yang Yi-ji, and that's going to walk him full. 3 straight full counts, 3 straight walks, 3 straight runners reach. And now you got the bases loaded with only 1 out for Cameron. Maybe that's what it is. The old hot chicks of B. And welcome, by the way. Pak Dong-won is, I think, 33, 34, maybe 35 years old. I don't think he's getting scouted by anybody except an old big tuna can. And And Cameron looks at strike one. And then the 0-1 pitch is set up on the outside. Misses again, another ball. 1-1. And that one is going to be lifted up. Center fielder coming running in, and that is going to drop in front. One run is going to come on in on the first hit of the day, an RBI single for Cameron. And Doosan, with that first hit, ends up getting themselves on the board. All right, the Young Suk Won, and he turns on that one. That one is going at the wall. Makes the catch, a jumping stop by Moon Sung Ju at the wall. And that is going to score a run, but what a play by the left fielder who's not known for his defense. What a play from Moon Sung Ju. Hung the curveball. Moon Sung Ju jumps as he hits into the wall. Timed it perfectly. And a 2 away. As Kim Min Sok steps in. He must, Jim. He didn't get his nap in today or something, as that one is going to lift into right field and makes the catch as falls down to his knees to make the catch on the liner into right field. Will end the inning with 3 away, but they get the 2 on 3 walks, a sacrifice, and a single. We will go to the second inning as the offenses are a rough first inning for these 2 starting pitchers, guys. On pace for a 5-hour game and 23 runs. Speaking of 23, if you guys are checking out on SOOP, please hit that thumbs up button. That is called an upper recommendation. It's important. It puts the stream out onto the main channel or the main homepage. Also, if you want to follow me so that you know when I'm going live and all that stuff, click on the little star. That's called a loyal follower on SOOP. If you're over on the old tube of you, always happy to get some thumbs up. I don't actually get to see them until I actually finish streaming, so it's nice to see the thumbs up as a kind of a mental reward. As always, you're more than welcome to subscribe. I will never complain about that.
Thank you for the recommendation, Hot Chicks of B.
Thank you, Hot Chicks. Hot Chicks giving me the thumbs up, telling me I'm doing something right. All right. And what we're going to do now is we're going to the top of the second inning. We're going to have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. 8-9-1 hitters coming up for both teams here in the top of the innings. All right. Hong Chang-gi will end up coming up. He made that very strange catch at the to end the inning. It looked like it was going to drop down, but he goes down to one knee to get it. It looks like, I would say he lost it in the lights, but it's 2:00. There's no lights. The sun is going to be over on the right side, facing the left, facing the third base side. So I don't know what was going on there. Oh, no, no, not at all. All right, so Pak Dong-won steps in. And fouls that. I'll check and see. But yeah, I don't believe that they have the best defense. And the 0-1 pitch up high. 1-1. See if I can find it in this new app. The Samsung and LG are tied for the least amounts. LG bullpen. Samsung and LG are tied for the least amount of errors in the league. It's at 12. This is way up high, 3-1 now. Yeah, another 3-1 is a rips. Woo! That's why you wear a helmet, and that is why you keep your head on a swivel. Third base coach saw his life flash before his eyes there. But that gives us a full count. Another one. First full count of the day for LG. And a swing and a miss there. Second strikeout of the day for Jae-min Seok. His second straight out via the K. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Shin-min Jae, the second baseman. Hanging out down on the bottom of the order as he just cannot get it going. Jae-min Seok. And a little hop over the ball there. Almost hits him in the feet. And here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. Just noticed they finally put railings up. The last time I was in a game where, so again, Doosan and LG, they share the same stadium. So this stadium is always being used. But the third base cheer section is very, very tiny, as in like the stage itself, as that is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman to his left throws over and 2 away. Yep. But it never had the railing that wrapped around. It looks like they finally added a railing. It was always super sketchy. All right, Hong Chang-gi steps in, and that is a fouled off. 0-1. Hong Chang-gi walked and scored a run in his first at bat. Still hitting a $155. And another 0-1 pitch. This fouls that one off too. 0-2. Do the old Roger Dorn, wear the inside pitch, get on base, get to first, do a series of stretching exercise before being relieved for a pinch runner. And here we go, the 0-2 pitch. That's a roll to the first baseman, misses it, throws, the second baseman gets it, and throws it to the pitcher. The lovely 4-1 putouts to end the inning, ladies and gentlemen. The 4-1 putouts ends the inning, and we go to the bottom of the second. 1, 2, 3. Your 5 straight retired after a rough starts for Chae-Min Sok. Getting that pitch counts back down to a reasonable amount, I guess. All right. And the 8 and 9 one-hitters coming up for the old Doosan Bears. Just 12 pitches that inning for Chae-Min Sok. Tolhurst with 33 pitches in his first inning. Hoping for a little bit better outing this inning. That's whoever threw out the first pitch there. I have no idea who they are. She has really good posture, though. I should learn from her. All right, EU Chan will lead things off for Doosan. That misses up high. Or no, it does catch the top of the zone. 150 on the season. Does have 3 whole hits. Doosan trying to get that third base figured out. That's going to be right back up the middle. That is going to be how you get yourself a starting spot. Leadoff hit from the number 8 hitter, and once again, Tolhurst is going to have to pitch with runners on base. All right, that brings up a Jung-Soo Bin, the center fielder. He drops down a bunt, but it's foul. Bunting with a runner on first and nobody out. It's a trademark bad move by the KBO. Might have been trying to bunt for a hit there, but most likely not. We'll see if he goes back to it here. One of the most interesting stances in the league. That's misses outside, 1-1. 33 pitches in the first inning for Tolhurst. 3 straight full count walks, loaded the bases up, and then a single by Cameron. And checks over on the runner. And he drops down a bunt, but it's foul. Right in front of the old catcher. Try that as I need to adjust some volumes. All right, the 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. Misses up high, swing and a miss, and then throws it to center field. that'll be his first strikeout of the day as EU Chan heads on over to second base. Yeah, I saw him the other day. It was a close game. Like the Tigers were losing by like 1 or 2, and he came in, and then they were losing by like 4 or 5. He is not pitched well, but Yu Chan now hanging out on second base. Yeah, Doosan does run well. They have Yu Chan, Jung Soo Bin, Josu Hang, Pak Chan Ho. All of those guys can steal some bases. All right, so Pak Chan Ho looks at the ball 2 outside. It's 2-0, 41 pitches now for Tollers. Tollers already into the 40s. That is the turned on, lifted up, a Moon Sung Ju going back to the warning track, and nope, that one is gone. And just like that, the Doosan takes the lead. Just like that, Doosan takes the lead. Jim, your LG pick is looking rough today, sir. And it brings up a Sona Sup. First strike on the outside. I hope not, Jim. Although it is a 2 o'clock game, it is a weekend. There's going to be a 5-hour game today, and the 2 o'clock game is the one that I would like, the 5-hour game. As the 0-1 is a slap to third baseman, lays it, and that's going to be. They're probably going to give him a hit there. They're going to probably give him a hit. We'll wait, but. Yeah, 100% should be an error. We'll see what the official score is. They'll probably give him a hit because it's Sona Sup. All right, standing in now is a Pak Jun Soo. Oh, they do give an error. And that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop throws over to seconds. Not going to head over. And that will be a 6-4 putout. 2 away now. Brings up Yang Yi-ji. Yang Yi-ji had himself a walk in his first at bat. I can't believe Jensen is still pitching. And that is a foul to straight back. And the crazy thing is, Jim, after the 5th inning, it just gets slower and slower, too. Oh, 1 pitch. Goes down to his knee to pop that one up. Boston out into the grass. Makes the catch. And that is 3 away. But not before a 2-run shot by Pak Chan Ho puts Doosan up 4-3. And everybody knows what time it is. What time it is. Let's see. All right, so we've got a home run, which means just a second. Baseball card time. And always, if you home run, we open up an old pack of cards. 75-cent pack of cards. You get 3 in a pack. These are the low level cards. Nothing really special about these at all. Again, 1 pack is 1,000 won. That's super cheap. So, might be a good pack here, ladies and gentlemen. First one is old Hanyu Sum. If I liked players, he would probably be up there just because he seems like a really good guy. And then we've got Kim Kong-rul for LG and Won Tae-in. Where's Arpo? Won Tae-in, KBO League. One of the best Korean pitchers in the league there. As that's will be it for the cards. We are here for the top of the inning, and that is the first pitch is a foul or to the second baseman, 1 away. All right, Austin Dean steps in. Here we go with the first pitch to Austin Dean. And that's low, ball 1. Austin Dean, RBI. A 2 RBI double in the first inning and then came around to score. 1-0 way up high. They're going to check, did he go around? I don't think he did. He did not, and it's 2-0. 1 for 1 on the day for Austin Dean. Austin Dean. I had to figure out the lyrics for all these songs that I'm putting out. And another 2-0 pitch. That one is off of the handle. That's going to be a little bloop. It's going to drop down, and he is on base for the second time today. This time with with a single. All right, the Moonbo Gyong is stepping in now. A 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. Did move Austin Dean over to third base. That was a productive out. Go, 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside. Misses up, but it does still catch the top of the zone. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch just sets up on the outside, and that misses inside, but it missed so much that it actually caught the strike zone, and it's 1-2. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch coming up. That's going to be a ground ball right to the first baseman that throws it to the shortstop for the force outs and back. 3-6-3 double play ends the inning, and we go to the bottom of the third. It's 4-3 Doosan. Yeah, just so much extra stuff going on now that I got music for you guys. Double check all my numbers. 3-4-4-3-0. Kind of no other games going on. Give a quick preview. You got the Samsung versus Kium. That's Wantain versus Ha Young Min. Wantain should be good to go. Full on game, as this is his third game back. He's 0-1. He did actually lose to LG last week. And then KT and SSG Go Young Pyo versus Takeda. Takeda, again, another one of the Japanese starters. They're Japanese pitchers who just really hasn't been doing well. 13.03 ERA on the season. Go Young Pyo 1-2 hasn't pitched well. Again, none of the guys that were on the national team have really pitched well at all this season. Most of them have had some struggles. All right, so we've got to the bottom of the third inning here. You're going to have Cameron, who put them up on the board in the first inning. 1-for-1 with an RBI single with the bases loaded. Tolhurst is still out there, obviously, on the mound. 47 pitches, so only 14 pitches last inning, despite giving up 2 runs. And swing and a miss there. That is lifted up, but will get foul. And it's 0-2. Che Gandu the Cameron. Che Gandu the Cameron. And the 2-2 pitch. And he lifts that one up. That's going to drop down again. Back-to-back singles from Cameron. And he is on base once again. Once again, more base runners for Doosan. Toller's working out of the stretch almost the entire game, as that one misses outside to Yang Sung Hong. The sacrifice fly to left field in his first at-bat, 0-for-0 on the day. And here we go, 1-0 pitch that sets up on the outside, and that misses outside again at 2-0. 254 on the season for the first baseman. A few years ago, he was one of the best players in the league as far as home runs, and he turns on that one. He's just out in front of it, though, and it's just going to be a very, very, very long strike. The 2-1 pitch just sets up on the outside. This is up high, and he steals the bag. Park Dong-won is not a good defensive catcher. One of the worst at throwing out runners in the league. 2 stolen bases already against him today. And it's going to be another walk. Tolhurst is quickly throwing away any lead I had in fantasy. As the Kim Sok will step up to the plate now. Lined out to a right field in his only at bats. He ended the big first inning. We are on an hour into this game and no outs in the bottom of the third inning. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A bunt. Why wouldn't we have a bunt? A balk. And now you don't need a bunt. Bunt or a balk. Now you've got free swinging. Through to Austin, who wasn't. That misses up high. Ball one. Threw it to Austin, who wasn't at the base. That's why they called a balk. Now they've got the infield drawn in for a guy that's pretty fast over there at the first. And that is in the dirt. It's 2-0. LG better have the old bullpen up and going right now. Kim Min-suk, 300 on the season, lined out to right field in the first inning. That was with runners on a first and second. Now you've got runners on second and third, nobody out, so that's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Tolhurst really struggling. 33 pitches in the first inning as he walked the bases full with 3 straight full count walks. That one is popped up. Shortstop back out onto the grass. Makes the catch, and that is a big out. The fact that he was able to get back out there to make the catch after being in a drawn-in infield is a pretty big out. So that brings up EU Chan, who singled in his first at-bat, stole a base, and came around to score on the 2-run shot by Pak Chan-ho just last inning. As again, Tolhurst really struggling with the pitch count right now. 59 pitches already, just 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That's way outside, nowhere near the strike zone. Again, Pak Dong-won is set up outside, set up an 0-0 count, the first pitch of the bat, and he sets up in the other batter's box. Again, the same way, he's set up way out there. Just catches the outside corner of it, though, and it's always 1-1. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. Yu Chan misses outside. 2-1. Pak Dong-won is just sitting up. Tolhurst obviously doesn't have it. Mary Kate, what is up? I was actually wondering about you the other day. Where is Mary Kate and NGNF? I have no idea. You should go over to SOOP and you can watch it. They only with the Jamshil away They only have they have 4 cheerleaders, I think, but only 2 on the stage at a time. All right, the 2-2 pitch now. Misses way outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Mary Kate, I'm streaming on Soup also now. So if you look in the description, you can see the link to my Soup channel, so you can actually watch the game with me. Is the 3-2 pitch? That one is lifted to right field. Let it fall in foul. Oh, bad decision. Hong Chang-gi should have let it drop. I guess early in this game, it doesn't matter too much. But that is going to be an RBI on the sacrifice. Cameron coming around to score. That's puts another one on the board, and that brings up the number 9 hitter. All right, the Jung Soo Bin is stepping in now. First pitch is way low. 66 pitches now for Tolhurst. Jung Soo Bin struck out in his first at bat, the only strikeout of the day for Tolhurst. And the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike on the curveball, and it's 1-1. Those of you guys watching in Soup, please hit the thumbs up button. That is a like or recommendation. No, 6 days a week, Mary Kate's. Every day is the 1-1, as that's going to be a ground ball right at Austin Dean, who steps on the bag. That's will be the end of the inning, but Doosan gets another one on a single, a walk, a balk, and a sacrifice. So we go to the 4th inning. It's 5-3 Doosan. They've still left 4 wrong. Yeah. So this year, Mary Kate's, I'm streaming 6 days a week. For the most part, I'll take a day off every once in a while. On top of that, I'm streaming on YouTube and on Soup, so you can watch the game with me. Same audio, same video, same chats, all of that. But you can watch the game with me on Soup this season. Da, 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 da. 8 runs on 8 hits and an error. All right, so we're coming back at top of the 4th inning. Moon Sung Ju is going to lead things off. The RBI double. Yeah, it's a little slower than the regular Soup broadcast, but it's all together, so that helps. That is fouled away. 0-2. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch fouled away up high, and it stays 0-2. Na 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 na. Zhongju RBI double in the first inning. That is outside of ball 1-2. Jae-min Suk 25 pitches in that first inning as he got into trouble early. Then that misses up high also 2-2. Then was able to get out of it without too much more damage. Fly out to center field and a strikeout. Ended up keeping the game at 3-0, and then 1-2-3 in the second. So gave up a 1-out single in the third, but got the double play as that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws over and right. Da, 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 da. All right, so stepping up now is OG1. That is popped up, but it gets foul out of play, and it's on one. OG1 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field, back in the first inning, 257 on the season for the shortstop. That's in there for strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. All right, 0-2 pitch just sets up down by the knees on the inside, and he catches him looking at a pitch across the middle of the plate. The third strikeout of the day for Kim Min-suk, second out of the day. And that brings up the number 7 hitter, Park Min. I don't know what he was looking at. Was he peeking at the glove, the setup on the inside, and bailed on that? All right, so Park Min steps in now. Looks at the ball one on the inside, 1-0. Misses down and in, 2-0. 1-2-3 in the second inning. He's love another 1-2-3 here in the fourth to keep that pitch count down as Tolhurst in almost to 70 pitches already through his 3 innings. Yeah, another 2-0 pitch. Misses inside, 3-0. Did start the game with a walk to Hong Chang-gi, who came around to score on the 2 RBI double by Austin Dean. That's his only walk of the day. As the 3-0 pitch misses not anywhere close to the strike zone. And that's will put a runner on first with 1 out. Or sorry, 2 outs. My bad. Bringing up a Pak Dong-won. 4-pitch walk. Gotta love those, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love them. 4 pitches, 1 base. Park Min gets some help from the first base coach on getting undressed. Pak Dong-won struck out in his first at-bats. 0 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch, he's stealing. Didn't even wait around, just went. All right. And that's a swing and a miss, I guess. Again, bad camera work as we don't actually get to see it. And Pak Dong-won is quickly down 0-2. Already has 1 strikeout on the season. Often in the top 5 to top 10 of strikeouts on the year. And he'll welcome another one, a second strikeout of the day for Pak Dong-won. 4th of the day for Jae-min Suk. As we will go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-3. Doosan. And you'll have the top of the lineup coming up for Doosan as they've got themselves a comfortable lead by 2, but it's not just 2. Also, the fact that Tolhurst is, I believe it's 68 pitches already through just 3 innings. Doosan has had base runners in each inning. They scored 2 in the first, but left 2 on. Scored 2 in the second, but left 1 on, and scored 1 in the third, but left 1 on. All right, so Pak Chan Ho. We'll head to the into the batter's box. I call a 2-run lead comfortable for one reason. Because Tolhurst has 70 pitches already. And Chae-Min Sok does not. He's pitching very, very well. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch to Pak Chan Ho. Or sorry, not the 1-2. He is 1 and 2 on the day. That one is in there for a strike. No lead is technically comfortable in the KBO. And the 0-1, that's going to be rolled foul. 0-2. And then the 0-2 pitch sets up way outside, a swing and a miss at a pitch nowhere near the strike zone. Second strikeout of the day for Tolhurst. And 1 away. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Throw it in the other batter's box. Hope he swings like that. I don't know why teams can't figure this out. I don't know why teams can't figure this out. That's runs way inside on SOOP. And it's 1-0. SOOP again walked in the first at-bats or reached on an error in his second at-bat. 0 for 1 on the day. The 1-0 pitch way outside at 2-0. I don't think they have a song for SOOP yet over in Doosan, so I don't have one for him. The 2-0 pitch is going to be a liner caught by OG1 on the bobble. Yeah, bobbled a little bit, but stuck with it, and that's 2 away. "74 pitches. Would be fantastic if he's able to get out of this in the next couple pitches. Fantastic for LG. Chun Soo, 0 for 1 on the day, also walked and scored a run in his first at-bats. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Foul. Chun Sung Ho hanging out on that line, hoping it stays fair, but it bounces foul. so much spin, and he was barely even able to get it. What's up, Snow? Oh, welcome, welcome. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees, and that's in there for a strike. 0-2. And way late on that, but is able to get it off for at least a foul there. There's Park Jun-soo. Yeah, and the 0-2 is going to be lined into center field, and he is going to be on base for the second time today. And once again, another hit and another base runner for Doosan. Yang Yi will step in and looks at strike one on the outside. The Pak Dong-wan and Yang Yi question in the old strike zone, as both catchers now have had to look at balls off the plates or just on the outside part of the plates. And the 0-1 is a foul away, 0-2. I wonder how much longer, again, when they set up the strike zone, the ABS system, AAA and the MLB told them to add 1 inch on both sides to get used to it. And so they added 2 centimeters because 1 inch is 2.56 centimeters. So they added 2 centimeters on both sides. And it's still there. So this is the third year. The AAA ended up taking away that extra 1 inch on the third or fourth year. So I wonder if the KBO is going to finally take that away starting next year. So, Park Jun-soo over at first says taps the glove on the ground, and that is going to be a ground ball through the right side. And Park Jun-soo is going to go first to third, and now you got runners on the corners with 2 outs on another hit. This time by El Capitan. They were playing him to pull hard. Shin Min-jae set up right on the right side of second base. Not able to do anything with it. Oh, runners on first and third now. Brings up Cameron, who is already 2 for 2 with an RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored. Filling up his stat sheet today. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 82 pitches now for Tollers. Has to, LG has to be thinking, can he get through the 5th inning at this point? 0-1 pitch to Cameron. Sets up on the outside. Pops him up. Center fielder underneath it, and that will be 3 away. They get a couple more hits, leave them on the bases. We will go to the 5th inning. 5-3. Cameron not able to come through that time. All right, so we'll have the 9-1 two hitters coming up for LG in the top of thy fifth inning. Go on. Yeah, he's still waiting on that first inning where he doesn't have base runners on, though. All right, so top of the fifth inning, Chae Suk enjoying himself out there after a rough start. One number away from a greatest number on the back. Shinmin J stepping in now. 0 for 1 on the day. Whoop, wrong one. And that's in there for a strike on the inside. 0 for 1, 4-3 ground outs at back in the second inning. Average down to 183 off the season for the second baseman. That's in there for a strike also. And he is quickly behind 0-2. 2 more. Whew. 0-2, swing and a miss, 3 pitches, and that is his 5th strikeout as he goes with the high fastball to get the swing and a miss. Flips the lineup back over. He's averaging 20 plus pitches an inning. I don't know where he's got those 2 innings. All right, Hong Chang Gi steps in and looks at a strike. 4 pitches or 4 strikes here. As Chae Suk is just running with it now. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. What I like to see. I got the ball. I'm going to let you try to guess what I'm going to throw, and I'm going to let you then try to hit it. And a strikeout looking at the top. Just going after him. 6 pitches. 6 strikes. Well, glad you found it too, Ronan. If you have any questions, let me know. I've been following the KBO for about 12 years now, so I have a little bit of knowledge. As that is fouled away. 2 away, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Way outside, and there goes the immaculate inning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that rough first inning. 1-1 in there for a strike. Yeah, the 25 pitches in the first inning. 25 in the first, 12 in the second, to 8 in the third, 16 last inning. That was because he had the big walk. He was close. He threw the first 7, as that is fouled away. One good hope. I've never actually seen one in the KBO, like in person, like either watching the game or live, as that is fouled away into his foot. Oh, I gotta put some outs up there. 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2-run lead. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. It's weird, Jungle. I think it's Soup's yeah. The 2-2 pitch is slapped. That's gonna go into left field, and he is gonna be on base again. Another hit from Chun Sung Ho. All right, Austin Dean steps in. He is 2 for 2 with a 2 RBI double and a single. That is fouled away. This song is extremely hard for me to sing. It's very simple. Yeah, I have seen a no-hitter. I have witnessed a no-hitter in real life, in the KBO. It was an absolute one-sided affair. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch sets up on the inside. Misses outside, but he misses so far from his spot that it ends up being a strike still. 76 pitches, 6 strikeouts. 1 strikeout in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, a 2 here in the fifth. And he's ahead of Austin 0-2. Well, you also, yeah, in the KBO, immaculate inning is I think there's been 1 or 2 since I've the last few years. All right, the 0-2 pitch. That is lifted up. A center fielder going back in the shade makes the catch, and 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-3 LG. Sorry, 5-3 Doosan. I was reading down up. No, not at all. Well, think about this, Jungle. Now in MLB, you can throw a perfect game and lose. You could throw a perfect game through 9 innings. In the 10th inning, runners on second base, and 2 sacrifice flies scores the run, and you could lose despite that you never gave up a hit or a walk or an error or anything. That's how stupid that Manfred rule is. Oh, yeah, it's the dumbest rule. I don't. It's awful. Yeah, I can't remember who did it last, but yeah, the imports often are the only ones that really have a chance because, again, you guys hear me talk about it all the time. You get a runner, you get an 0-2 count, and they throw the ball way off to the outside, and it's not much. Yeah. All right, coming up now, bottom of the 5th inning. We'll have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Doosan. Yan Song Kwan will lead things off. 83 pitches for Tolhurst so far. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Only 15 pitches last inning. And the 0-1 pitch is lifted up, going, and that is gonna. Whoa! What a catch by Hong Chang Gi, as he kind of let up at the end and then had to restart and stuck the glove out there to make the catch. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if he just lost it in the shadow. It was hooking again, right-handed batter going into the corner in right field. Running and then stops, and then he had to speed back up at the very last seconds to make the catch. Or 1 away now. That brings up Kim Min Suk. That is a ripped foul, but it's 0-1. Yeah, I know last year Hanwha had a pitcher, Jung Woo Ju, who threw 9 pitches to get 3 strikeouts. But he came in relief. Swing. 1-2. Nice to see this game is coming back to reality in terms of speed, as the 0-2 pitch taps the glove on the ground and he throws it into the ground. Right, yeah. Like, I don't mind the pitch clock. I don't. The reason why I don't mind the pitch clock is because it was taking games, 4-hour games. It's too long. Like, I don't mind the disengagement, the 2 disengagements thing, as that is aligned right at the second baseman. Second line out for Kim Min Suk, and 2 away. Yeah, I don't mind the pitch clock. I don't mind the disengagement rule. Break the extra bases, the larger bases to bring back steals. Yeah. I wish I wish they would have the full ABS system though. That's in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Yu Chan, 0 for 1 or 1 for 1 on the day. A single, a stole base, and a run scored, and then a sacrifice RBI in his last at bats. A 1 for 1. Well, as long as he doesn't run into anything big here, Tolhurst is going to be able to get out of the 5th inning. All right, the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside, 0-2. Oh, here we go. A right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. 0-2 counts. Pak Dong-won is going to set up on the other batter's box, on the line of the other batter's box. I'm calling it now. And fouled away. Tolhurst knows that this is his last inning. He's leaving it all out there, just letting it fly, ladies and gentlemen. I always forget about that one because they don't have it in the KBO. As the 0-2 pitch, it's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, run on the run, and throws it away, and that is going to run on over to second base. That'll be an infield single and an error. They really do, Jungle. I mean, I just don't. They're always like, oh, well, it takes away framing. Yeah, but the batters that know the strike zone, you're taking that away from them. right, so runner now on the second base after the air. Jung-Soo Bin steps in, and that's a big curveball that doesn't curve, so it's just a ball. Yeah, and again, I have no problem with the pitch clock. The pitch clock, I completely do not have any issue with whatsoever, as that misses up high, 2-0. The pitch clock is what speeds up the game. The disengagements, again, I wish they had it in. I wish they had it in Korea, because the amount of times they throw over late in the game, it just drags the games on. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. The runner on seconds, that is like I hate it. I hate it so much. Like the KBO, what they do, they have tie games. I also hate tie games, by the way. Like, I just hate rewarding players for not playing, as that is lifted to center. Pake Min tracks it down, though, and that's 3 away. A 1-out single and an error, but nothing with it, as they've now left 7 on. We go to our little break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Go stretch and refill your beverages, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're back top of the sixth as Moonbo Gyung leads things off for the old LG Twins. And the 1-0 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And that's one away. Moonbo Gyung. Home run. All right, one away brings up Moon Sung Ju. Moon Sung Ju, 1 for 2 on of the day. This is inside. 1-0. Alright, here comes the 2-1 pitch. This is again a 3-0. Is he gonna run into some issues after the break? And the 3-0 walks him on 4 pitches. 4 pitches, 4 balls, 1 base runner. All right, that's going to bring up OG Wan. OG Wan 0 for 2, struck out looking in his last at bat on a pitch right down the middle. And that is a foul away. 0-1. At least he's throwing the strikes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I haven't looked at the speed. I've been adjusting some music stuff. The other one, this is outside. Yeah. A lot of these young guys. Let me look what he was throwing earlier. So he averages 142 with his 2-seam. As that is a 139. So no, I wouldn't say his average is down. Yeah, so his 2-seam averages 149. His cutter's a 138. So he's not a guy that's touching 150s. So yeah, I mean, I'd say it's right there on average. And the 1-2 is inside 143. That is 1 above the average. So yeah, he's all right. I don't pretend to know all of these players that well. Just, I wish I had more time. I wish I had time to follow them and do a proper pregame and all of that. As that is a fouled into the dirts. Stays a 2-2. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch is sets up on the outside just above the knees, and that is rolled a foul. Another foul. Yeah, probably. And we go. Nope, throws over at Moon Sung Ju. Easily makes a couple steps back. 89 pitches. Sets up on the outside. The 2-2 is rolled over. Second baseman dives at it. Is going to get past him. Moon Sung-ju puts the head down and heads first to third. And a hit from OG1 puts runners on the corners with just 1 out. There you go, Mary Kate. If you're watching, there was your cheerleaders. I don't know if that was there or not. All right, mound visit. While we have a mound visit, just a reminder, please hit the thumbs up, whether it's on doing a like on YouTube or a thumbs up on SOOP, which is called a recommendation. It's very important on SOOP. It actually puts the channel out onto the main page. And if you want to follow, obviously, you can subscribe over on YouTube. It makes me feel awesome if you do. And if on SOOP, you can hit the little star. That makes you a loyal viewer or a kind of a follower. Subscribing on SOOP is like having a membership on. So yeah, so a loyal follower on SOOP is best, the little star, and then subscribing on YouTube, both of them if you hit the thumbs up. Sweetness makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. All right, so Pake Mean looks at the ball one low. Oops. 1-0. Yeah, he would have gone off a little bit and then came back and then. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Pake Mean, and this is up high, 2-0, 92 pitches now for Chae-Min Suk. Again, have to think that Tolhurst's day is done. He threw 97 pitches, did not look good all day. He would love to get off the hook for the loss here. Here we go, a 2-0 pitch. This is low, 3-0. Not going to be doing anything except watching this pitch go through right now. Sets up on the outside, misses way wide. Another 4-pitch walk. Second time a Pake Mean has walked, and that loads the bases up. Loads the bases up. Kim Jong-un warming up in the bullpen. He is going to have a Pak Dong-won, who he struck out both times today. This is the lovely KBO, ladies and gentlemen. Pake Mean over at first base. Second is OG1. Third is Moon Sung-ju. And Pak Dong-won looks at ball one way outside, 1-0. 95 pitches now for Chae-Min Suk, trying to hold on to this game. Pak Dong-won 0 for 2, struck out swinging in his first at bat in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. And he rolls that over 6, 4, 3, inning, double play. Loads the bases up and then hits into a double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th. That's why you leave them out there, because the most overrated catcher in the league is up at bats. Overrated catcher in the league, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That'll be it for him. I think he threw a 96. Because you got a righty that's up to bats that strikes out all the time, and you got him on the mound that is going to throw some strikeouts. All right, Doosan's going to have the top of their lineup coming up. 1, 2, 3. We'll have a bullpen game from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. We will head to the old bullpens. Tolhurst, I'm going to guess, is done. 97 pitches for him through 5. Because that's the catcher. That's all he does is he tries to hit home runs. Constantly strikes out. The most overrated catcher in the KBO. 0 question. All right, so Pak Chano will step in, and the first pitch is lined right at the left fielder. 1 away on 1 pitch is the old ham duck. The old ham duck Jew out on the mound. 8 games, 6 innings, 1 loss, 1 hold, an ERA of 9. Old ham duck Jew. And Sona Sup looks at ball 1. And 1-0. Sona Sup 0 for 2 on the day. He walked in his first at bat, came around to score, and then in E5 he reached base, and then a line out to the shortstop. That one is a foul away, 1-1. Yeah, with Jungle, just again poor coaching, telling him to go. Like you gotta let him be like, no, man, you're not swinging. You're not swinging until he shows some control. 1-1 pitch is just misses outside. I had to wait for the actual ABS call on that, as it was extremely, extremely close. All right, 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside. He rolls over it. First baseman grabs it. Underhand toss to the pitcher covering. And that will be a 3-1 putouts for the second out. Brings up the number 3 hitter, Pak Jun Soon, who has had a pretty solid day. And Pak Jun Soon is first pitch, pops it up. They've lost it, and it drops in. Austin lost it again. Difficult for him. Hong Chang-gi not able to make that catch. And hard running from Pak Jun Soon puts him on second base with a 2-out double. Ooh, did it hit it? All right, the Yang E.G. steps in. 1 for 2 on the day. Up high as he's standing up off the hands, but it fouls it away. 22 now on the season after his 1 for 2 today. Walked in his first at bats, pop up to the first baseman in his seconds, and a single in his last at bats. 1-1 pitch, taps the glove on the ground, and that misses way outside at 2-1. Young E.G. Says expand the strike zone. Not using the pitch com, going with the old hand signals as Yang E.G. calls time. Tapping the glove on the dirt once again, and that is fouled away. He's 2-2 now. Young E.G. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Sets up way in the other batter's box and misses badly all the way over into the plates and is fouled away. I mean, he was half a foot inside the left-handed batter's box and missed over the middle of the plates. All right, and that is a slapped foul again. Yang E.G. just slapping him away. Umpire's like, I need a couple more baseballs here. Pak Chun Soon was stealing on that. Slow down as come, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours into this, and we're just now still not done with the 6th inning. Another foul. If he gets a single, if he gets a hit, it's going to be a broken bat, I feel, as he continues to foul off these pitches. All right, the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be lifted to left field, but makes the catch easily, and that's 3 away. We got a 2-out double, but again, nothing from it. They've left 8 runners on. We go to the 6th inning. 5-3 Doosan. Oh, coming up for LG is going to be the 9-1-2 hitters in the top of the 7th inning. We'll have a new pitcher out on the mound for Doosan also. I actually have seen one time where their starting pitcher had 94 pitches and the manager sent him back out. This was a Doosan game, and I was just like, what? The dumbest manager in the world. And then the starter ended up giving up like 3 more runs and took the loss. But that manager is no longer even in Korea. But he is Korean. All right, so we should be back again. See who is coming in. Third base side over there, all the yellow for LG. And Kim Jong-un out on the mound. Eight innings, 9 games, and the 1-0 pitch just catches the zone, and it's now. As the foul away, Yang Ji takes that one off of him. 182 on the season for Shin-Min Jae. 4-3 ground out in his first at bat and struck out in his second. 1-2 sets up down at the zone, and that is into the dirt. 2-2. Man, the 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that is into the dirt. Bounces away, and that gives us our second full count of the day for LG. Doosan had 3 back-to-back in the first inning. Not able to hear the pitch comm. Just came in, and we already have a pitch comm issue. Again, it's unbelievable. The amount of times, like, why are they not charging these at the break? You cannot hear. Again, I don't understand. This guy's thrown 5 pitches. How is his pitch comm? How is his pitch comm broke? Every time, every game. I think if there's a pitch comm issue, that it should be a ball. Like, there's no reason why 5 pitches into an inning we should have a pitch comm issue. None. All right, so we'll try this again. 3-2 counts to Shin-Min Jae. Sets up right down the middle and rolls that one over to the first baseman. Bear touches him on ball 4. 1 away. Flips the lineup back up to the top to Hong Chang-gi. Next up, Hong Chang. Nope. Now we've got another issue. And now we've got an issue with the umpires' mics. Is that what it is? Now the umpire, their batteries were done. Now All right, now he's out there back at third base, and we'll try this baseball thing once again. And that's misses 1-0. Got to make sure you get that extra face time. Make sure that everybody sees you. Line up that broadcasting job after baseball. He's 1-0 pitch now, sets up on the outside. That's in there for a strike. 1-0. Na 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 na. Home Chucky. Home Chucky. And misses away. And so 2-1 pitch coming up to Hong Jong-gi. 0 for 2 on the day. Walked and scored a run back in the first, and then a 4-1 ground out. Yes, you heard that right. A 4-1 ground out to swing and a miss to the high fastball there. A 4-1 ground outs in the third inning, and then a strikeout looking in the fifth. 2-2 counts now. Sets up on the outside. And almost hits him in the foot, so another full count. Back-to-back full counts to start this seventh inning. Yeah. I mean, that's goes without saying if it's a KBO bullpen arm. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And walks him, just missed it there. Hong Chang-gi working a count there. He'll head to first base for the second time today. It brings up a Chun Sung Ho. Again, every base runner brings the tying run to the plate. 4 or 5 of these LG batters can easily tie the game. And that misses low. 1-0. Pitch just sets up on the outside, and that's in there for a strike. Yep, balls everywhere, Sila. KBO way, ladies and gentlemen, is the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way out in front of that. It's 128 on the gun. 128. Look at the spin. Yeah. And the 1-2 pitch fouls it into his foot to stays 1-2. LG Chung Sung Ho. LG Chung Sung Ho. All right, the 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside, just above the knees, and fouls that one away also. 17 pitches for Kim Jong-un, just 1 out as he had a full count in the first batter, full count in the second batter, and then now Chun Sung Ho is fouling off a bunch of pitches. And the 1-2 pitch into the dirts. 2-2. Jungle. That's why I always say that with these relievers, just set up in the middle and catch it wherever they throw it. As the 2-2 is popped up. Third baseman under it into the grass, and it makes the catch 2 away. brings up Austin Dean Diddle Ding Ding Ding. Austin Dean Diddle Ding Ding Ding. Austin Dean, 2 for 3 on the day. One of the only solid offensive performances for LG today at all. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop way out on the grass. The jump throws to second, not in time, and Austin beats it out with an infield single. Third hit of the day for Austin. Ding, 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 ding. Deep into the hole, but tries to get the force out at seconds, but Hong Chang-gi easily beats that. That brings up a Moonbo Gyung. "20 pitches for Kim Jong-woo. Nope, we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. Wouldn't want a pitcher to get all the way through a full inning. Nope, we're not changing the pitcher. Wow. Must have heard me. All right, Moonbo Gyung steps in 0 for 3 on the day. A 4-3 ground out, a 3-6-3 ground out, double play ground out, and a 4-3 ground out. That misses inside. Ball 1, 1-0. Moonbo Gyung. That's fouled away. Yeah, I mean, you don't want Moon Sung-ju. Moon Sung-ju already an RBI double, hitting 360 on the season. Yeah, put him 90 feet away so the next guy comes in, and that one is lifted up. Left fielder ranges to his rights and makes the catch. 2 more left on. They've left 8 on as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 5-3 Doosan. Moonbo Gyung not earning his paycheck. Not earning the old paycheck. Yep, bottom. Yeah, the first 3 batters score and then get nothing after that. It is the way of the KBO. Well, we're only 2 hours and 20 minutes in now, Jim, as the game is finally settling down. Doosan will have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Cameron Young Suk Hwan and Kim Min Suk. But obviously another new pitcher for LG, as the old ham duck is not known for going multiple innings. Cameron leads things off. He's had himself a solid offensive day. RBI single, second single, a stolen base, a run scored. Kim Jin-soo out on the mound. 2 games, 2 innings, an ERA of 9, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 250 batting average against, and a 2.0 whip. He'll face Cameron. And 2 for 3 on the day for the right fielder. And the first pitch is popped up as center fielder. Back, forward, back, forward, 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 back. It's like he's trying to get 30 lives on Contra. One away, one pitch, 1 out. So brings up the number 8, or the number 6 hitter, Yang Seok-hwan. Yang Seok-hwan sacrifice fly in the first inning, a walk in the third, and a fly out to a right field in the fifth. Looks at just strike 1 down the middle there, and it's 0-1. 250 on the season for the right-handed hitting first baseman. The Bears need a lot more than one. I was expecting Chae-Min Suk to be able to go a little deeper. That's a big breaking curveball. Just catches the top of the zone. Although LG can't score once they get runners on. All right, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. You've got an 0-2 count with a reliever on the mound. How far outside is this pitch going to be thrown? Swing and a miss, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. They must be watching my streams, realizing how dumb they've been their entire lives. All right, Kim-Min Suk looks at the ball 1 low. Whoops, wrong side. 1-0. Kim-Min Suk lined out to right in his first at-bat, popped up to the shortstop in his second, and then lined out to the second baseman in his third. And the 1-0 pitch. That is lined. That is not catchable, though, and that is going to be a 2-out single as Doosan gets base runners on once again. All right, that'll bring up the bottom of the order now. 8s and 9 coming up for Doosan with, again, chances to extend an inning and get some runs. That'll be it for him. And they just picked him off. I believe that's Jo-Soo Hang. And he says, no, we didn't even get to see a pitch. Oh, he's back. Yeah. Yeah, he's back. So, Kim-Min Suk will come out. Jo-Soo Hang will take over. Hando Gogo. Stay in there. All righty, Yu Chan now. 2 for 2 on the day. And a check on him again. Lays off of it, and it's ball. 1-0. while the game is going slow, please make sure if you're on SOOP, you hit the little star. That's how you follow me. Hit the subscribe button on the old tube of you, the old YouTube subscribe button. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Nope, checks on him again. He dives back in. If you're on SOOP, please hit the thumbs up. That is called an upper recommendation. It is important. It puts the stream out onto the main page. If you are on YouTube, please hit the like button. As the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. He's leaning hard. And he had it stolen. He had it stolen and stopped. Had it stolen and stopped. All right, here we go. The 2-2 or the 2-1 pitch now. This is way outside. 3-1. 2 away. Yu-chan, 2 for 2 on the day. A single, stolen base, and a run scored. A sacrifice, RBI, sacrifice fly to right, and a single. The 2-2 pitch is lifted up. A right fielder going back under it, though, and that's the 3 away. They've left 9 on as we go to the 8th inning. See the 5, 6, 7 hitters will be coming up for LG there in the top of the 8th. 5, 6, 7. Moon Zhongju, OG Wan, and Pake Min. Other games getting ready to start. 30 minutes before game time in the 5 o'clock games. I will be bringing you the NC Dinos versus Hanwha Eagles game tomorrow. That is the same start time that we had today, the 2 o'clock start time. I will be bringing you that game all game long, from the beginning all the way to the end. All right, we should be about done. I feel like this commercial is going too long, ladies and gentlemen. All right, a new pitcher for Doosan out on the mound, Yang Jae-hoon at 10 games, 10 innings, 5.40 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 11 walks, a 1 home run given up, 282 batting average against, and a whip of 2.0. Joe Suhang stays in to play left field. All right, Moon Zhongju leads things off. Looks at strike 1, and it's 0-1. And the 1 pitch. And it hurts, and it might have clipped the old umpire back there. Zhongju, 1 for 2 on the day. RBI double back in the first inning. That was the last. That was the last hits with a runner on base that LG's had, as that misses up high. 2-1 now. And the 3rd inning, Scored Austin Dean on the RBI double, then a 4-3 ground out to lead off the fourth, a walk back in the sixth. As the 2-1 misses up high, 3-1. I imagine that they will have a pinch runner if he gets on base. Yang Jae-hoon. The fouled away runs our count full, 3-2. Fourth full count of the day for LG. They're 0 for 2 with a walk. And the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Looking like he didn't have control, and then he just drops the old 12-6 right down the middle in a swing and a miss. Brings up OG1. I should have refilled my, I should have gotten another bottle of water. I'm running out of water. All right, OG1 steps in. Lays off that. Oh, 1 for 3 on the day. A fly out to center, a strikeout looking, and a single in his last at-bats back in the sixth inning. This is way low. He's gonna... Getting a lecture from the old umpire about pausing. All right, so there we go. All right, here we go. The 2-0 pitch. And misses way inside, 3-0. Really struggling with some command here in the eighth inning, just like nearly every single pitcher that is not a closer in the league. The 3-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. And that just catches the top of the zone, 3-1. And those of you that aren't aware, the KBO has a full ABS system. And the 3-1 is popped up, but it will get foul, and we'll have ourselves another full count. Last inning, the Doosan reliever. First 2 batters, full counts. Eighth inning, Doosan reliever. First 2 batters, full counts. And the 3-2 pitch. Rolls it over. First baseman grabs it, steps on the bag, and that is the 2 away. Running the counts full, but nothing is coming of it. 2 away now as Paque Mean makes his way into the batter's box. Oh, Captain, my captain. First pitch is fouled away. Paque Mean 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out looking to end the first inning, and then a walk, a stolen base in the fifth, and a walk in the seventh. The 0-1 pitch into the glove, and it's 0-2. 150 on the gun from the right-hander. Yeah, and anything 150 or higher, you get a red number on the SBS broadcast. That one is in the dirt. Because 150 is considered really fast in the KBO. I would say, 150 is considered fast. 155 or higher is considered really fast in the KBO. And the 1-2 pitch misses again. And yeah, there we go. The announcers have to talk about how fast he throws. Anytime something's a 150 or higher, the announcers have to talk about it. As the 2-2 pitch misses again. There they go. They talked about how fast it was, but now we've got another full count. 3 full counts in this inning. That one is fouled away, though. Stays 3-2. Byung Hun warming up in the bullpen, or actually kind of standing there. The 3-2 is lifted up. The left fielder coming in. And that's 1-2-3. Second time LG's gone 1-2-3 today. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-3 Doosan. Yeah. Right, the 9-1-2 hitters will be coming up for Doosan in the bottom of the 8th as they look to try to get another run or two. Okay. Well, those of you guys still tuning in, again, you got to 23 minutes before the next game starts, the second games. I'll be doing the NC versus Hanwha game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Please make sure that you either subscribe over on YouTube, or if you're watching on SOOP, make sure you hit the little star next to my channel name. That's how you follow me on SOOP. I stream 6 days a week, most weeks, 6 days a week. On YouTube, if you look in the community tab, you can actually vote on which games you want to see or which matchups you want to see the following week. So if you have a favorite team or anything, then you should make sure to vote in those polls so that you can see them a little bit more often. But also, please hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. That's a like. I don't get to see them until I finish my actual stream. So it's kind of like, oh, wow, people actually liked it. And then obviously on SOOP, the thumbs up is called an up. That is with the bar up at the top if you're watching on SOOP. Basically, it is called a up or a recommendation, and it's what puts the stream out onto the main page of SOOP for other people to find. So we are back, bottom of the 8th inning. LG first pitch to Jung Soo Bin is in there for a strike. Kim Jin Soo was still out there. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike also. And it's 0-2. Jung Soo Bin 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his first at-bat, a ground out to the first baseman in his second, and a fly out to his center field in his third. The 0-2 pitch lays off of it in the dirt. 1-2. All right, sounds like we've got some changes. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. I believe they said Hong Chang-gi is into center field. Flips the lineup back over of Pak Chan-ho. Chaewon Young over in right field. Hong Chang-gi into center field. And that misses up high, 1-0. And the 1-1 is a rolled over foul. 1-2 now. Interesting that they don't have Chaewon Young playing center field. All right, the 1-2 pitch coming up. Pak Chan Ho, 1 for 4 on the day, but that one hit was a 2-run shot. That was actually what put them up 4-3 at the time. They did add a run the next inning, but 2 runs in the first inning for Doosan, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. They were up 5-3 after LG scored 3 in the first. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Pops him up. Center fielder going back, makes the catch.
Thank you for the recommendation, JDZ2.
Thank you, JDZ. I think, DZ, Samsung would be my pick if I was making picks. They would be the one team that I would pick today. Yeah. I believe, Samsung with Wan Tae-in on the mound versus Kiyoum and Ha Young-min, as that's misses, and it's 0-1. Sorry, didn't miss. Sonos up 0 for 3 on the day, as that one misses. That one does miss. Yeah, and it's 1-1. A walk and a run scored back in the first. Reach on an E5 in the second. A line out to the shortstop in the fourth, and then a 3-1 ground out in the old 6th inning. That is rolled over foul, and it moves to 1-2. Yeah, I do think I just don't like. Although Kiyoum has been playing way better, we'll throw that out there now. Kiyoum has been playing way better. I don't think so. 1-2 is outside at 2-2, but I've been wrong before, like twice in my life. I don't remember when I was wrong, but there have been twice. Actually, I was wrong last week when I said KT versus Kiyoum when Ha Young-min also was pitching on Sunday nights. Another foul. 2-2. 2 outs, 25 pitches from Kim Jin-soo, who is actually into his 2nd inning. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be a ground ball. Short second baseman from his booty throws to first, and that's going to be a 4-3 put out as Shin-min Jae dives for it, throws to first from the old buttocks, and that's 3 away. We go to the 9th inning. It's a 5-3 Doosan. Ladies and gentlemen, LG, that was the first time that they've gotten Doosan 1-2-3. That's the rally that they needed, ladies and gentlemen. That is maybe the rally that they needed. Lee Byung-hun coming in for Doosan here. They will have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up for LG. Lee Byung-hun out on the mound. "15 games, 12 innings, 3 holds, a 4.50 ERA, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks." And here comes the first pitch. We got a pinch hitter here, Song Chan-ee, pinch hitting. And that misses 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And he goes around. It looked like he caught the inside of the zone anyway. And that is lifted into one hops into the wall. He is on the move. He's going to be heading into second base, and he is in there with a leadoff double for the pinch hitter. Like I said, that might be what they needed. The old 1, 2, 3 inning. They waited till the 8th inning to get one. You always have to worry about it, don't you, man? All right, to Shin-Min Jae. Do they have a pinch hitter here? I think we do. I think we've got we've got a pinch hitter here, Gubon Hyuk. And that's in there for a strike on the outside. Going with righties here. And that is lifted up. About to get foul 0-2. That is the disadvantage of having a lefty closer. Is you can just pinch hit your righties. Oftentimes, a lot of Korean players, a lot of Korean baseball players are right-handed throwing, left-handed hitting. As the 0-2 misses way outside, 1-2. Trying to get his first save of the season. Warming up is looks like a Yoon Tae-ho in the Doosan bullpen. And the 1-2 is going to be ripped into left field, and that's going to be a single. Puts runners at the corners. Sela is not having a good day. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the bullpens, ladies and gentlemen. Hong Chang-gi. Hong Chang-gi coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day. All right, Hong Chang-gi leads things off. Or not leads things off, but it steps into the box. And that is in there for a strike on the inside, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of left-handed closers. Hong Chang-gi does have 2 walks and a run scored. He scored the first run of the game after walking and coming home on the Austin Dean 2 RBI double. There we go. The 0-1 pitch just sets up on the outside. He rolls over it. The first baseman is going to come home, and they're going to tag him out. The 3-2 putouts. Just the way you drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. Just the way you drew it up. Just the way you drew it up. All right, that brings up Chun Sung Ho. That's Mrs. Lowe. Oh, Kang Sung Ho over at first base now instead of Yang Sung Hwan. And the 1-0 misses inside at 2-0. Chun Sung Ho, 2 for 4 on the day, a single in his first at bat, a 4-3 ground out, a single in his second, and a pop fly to the third baseman in his 4. So first at bat to third at bat to hits. What happens in the 5th? And that misses way outside. Ball 3. On deck is Austin Dean, who's already has 3 hits today. Austin looking at him, he's like, really? They gonna walk this guy to let me hit? All right, the 3-1. Nope, he steps off, spins around, makes Gumon Hyaka walk back to tire his legs out a little bit. Okay. Those of you guys watching, please hit the thumbs up in SOOP and YouTube. Yeah, here we go, the 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Please hit the thumbs up. That is called a recommendation. It's super important on SOOP, or the like on YouTube. All right, the 3-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. And catches the top of the zone, runs the count full, 3-2. Anything but a double play, ladies and gentlemen. Anything but a double play. Here we go, the 3-2 pitch. And he hits him. It doesn't matter anyway. He walks him, hits him. I don't know what it is, but they've got the bases loaded now. And Austin Dean coming up. What's up, Iron Daniel? No. I can't. I really can't. The next game starts in 6 minutes. Nothing is set up. I'll be doing the NC and Hanwha game tomorrow, though. Leaving him in there. All right, Austin Dean steps in, a 3 for 4 today, a 2 RBI double, a couple singles, and that's a swing and a miss there. Fly out to center field. Flyouts will bring it into a 1-run game, a 348 on the season for the right-handed today, hitting the first baseman. Excellent strategy, Jim. Excellent strategy. And that is ripped, but foul. So Iron Daniel, instead of like my channel, if you go to SOOP, where you're at now, you can just search KBO, and there's 4 or 5 channels. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Austin Dean. Bases loaded. They've had plenty of opportunities, and it runs inside, ball 1. Yeah, so just go to SOOPlive.com and type in KBO. as the search, and there'll be like a KBO channel 1, KBO channel 2, KBO channel 3, and you'll just have to find it there. All right, the 1-2 pitch. It sets up way outside. That's a ground ball right back up the middle. That is a slow roller. One run is going to come in, and they're going to send the second runner home. And sliding in and tie game, ladies and gentlemen, from Austin. Ding, 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 ding. Slow grounder up the middle. The center fielder, not the best throw, not the best arm, and Austin Dean ties this game up. And they keep of course, they would keep the pitcher out there. That's a good strategy. A better question, why haven't even switched him now? And that's a 2-0 now. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Jim is enjoying himself now. Sela is not, as that is outside. Ball 3. Jim picked LG. I will say I picked LG. That's why I'm wearing the official away Dreads Rock TV uniform to go with the official Dreads Rock TV hat. As here we go, the 3-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, a 3-1. Moonbo Gyung 0 for 4 on the day. A 4-3 ground out, a 3-6-3 double play, a 4-3 ground out, and a fly out to left. 0 for 4. Keeping the pitcher out there despite the fact that he's given up 3 hits and a walk in 5 batters. Interesting strategy. As the 3-1 is going to be another single up the middle. They're going to hold him at third, I imagine. Yes, they're going to hold him at third. And another single loads the bases up. This one from Moonbo Gyung. And the third base coach is down. The third base coach is down. Having to have oh yeah, he is hurt. Twisted his ankle trying to get Chun Sung Ho to stop. They're having to watch a replay to see how the third base coach got injured. It was a good hold. I wouldn't have sent him. Oh, he was laying on the ground telling him to stop. Moonbo Gyung wanted that RBI. We are going to have a, yeah, I think he would have got thrown out too. I believe we're going to have a pitching change. I hope. I mean, in what world would you not have a pitching change? All right, we'll have a pitching change. Yeah. Base is loaded. I got to check my numbers now. Right? Yep. All right, 11 hits. Bases loaded, 1 out to Moonsung Ju. No. Those of you guys that are still watching, again, please make sure you hit the little star on SOOP. That's how you follow me on there. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. And then both of you can hit the thumbs up. That is a like on YouTube and a recommendation on SOOP. Yeah, a bullpen blow up. Trying to get his first save of his career or first save of the year. And, well, he end up with a blown save instead. Yoon Tae-ho will come in to pitch.
Thank you for the recommendation, Mobands 8926.
Thank you, Mobands. Thank you, thank you. So, Yoon Tae-ho comes out. Again, I don't know why he was out there. I don't know why he was out there after he walked Chun Sung-ho. Why you would leave him out there? As Moonsung Ju and now looks at the ball 1 up high. Bases loaded to 1 out to just need a fly ball. And a 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at top of the zone, 1-1. Yoon Tae-ho, 9 games, 7.2 innings, 1 win, 1 hold, 1 save, 2.35 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, 1.85 of batting average against, and a 130 whip. And a 1-1 pitch fouled away. 1-2. Moonsung Ju, 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI double in his first at bats, a 4-3 ground out, a walk, and a strikeouts in the 8th inning. A 1-2 pitch now coming up. A runner on a third is Chun Sung-ho, has plenty of speed. That one is a curveball, I think. I don't know. It was just a ball. Not anywhere close. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch now. Misses up high, runs the count full, 3-2. Moonsung Ju led off last inning, ended up working a full count and struck out. Can he get the RBI walk? Nope, that is a shot right back through the middle. 1 run is going to come in. Austin Dean is also, nope. Moonsung Ju comes up with the RBI single. And have taken the lead. Still just 1 out. Is that right past the glove of the pitcher? Holds him up. That brings up OG Won. Still just 1 out. That's up high, ball 1. LG still has to close their game. And the 1-0 pitch. That is turned on, but foul. That is a shot. 1-2. OG Won 1 for 4 on the day. Flew out to center in his first. Struck out looking, a single and a ground ball to the first baseman. And now the 1-1 pitch lifts it up. Right fielder going at the wall. Makes the catch, and that is going to be a sacrifice fly as Austin Dean is going to come on home with another run. ninth. That brings up Chaewon Young. Getting his first at bat of the day. And that misses up high, 1-0. Yeah, I usually don't do double headers, LA flights. Tomorrow I'll do the NC versus Hanwha game. Maybe in June, July, and August I'll do some double headers when they have a 2 p.m. Sunday Kium game and a 6 p.m. other game. As the 1-0 is a check swing, but it's foul. 1-1.
Thank you for the recommendation, Donna 2000.
Thank you, Donna. Warming up in the old bullpen, Jong Hyun Sheik. Yeah, and LG still has to close the game as that is fouled away, and it's 1-2. The regular closer not available. Chaewon Young, the only hitter who has not come up to bat this inning, as they have batted around, scoring 4 runs. As the 1-2 lays off 2-2. It's a tough game because Go Young Pyo has not pitched well this year. And he's a guy that gives up a lot of home runs. SSG's Landers Field is a very home run prone place as the 2-2 is popped up, but gets out of play. SSG's starter is just not good at all. I didn't watch any baseball yesterday because I was busy with some other stuff, so I don't know. KT's bullpen is going to be nice and rested. SSG, their bullpen is also rested. As the 2-2 up high, 3-2, runs the count 4. Yeah, the nice thing is I mean, KT should win. KT should win, but I wouldn't put any money on it, as that is fouled away. Stays 3-2. Just because I don't trust Go Young Pyo in stadiums like SSG, Hanwha, and Daegu. The 3-2 pitch just sets up on the outside, grounds into foul, and we've got ourselves a full count. 17 pitches now for Yoon Tae-ho. 250 on the season. Chaewon Young took over after the end for defense in the bottom of the 8th. As Park Hae-min flew out to left, he took over. And here we go, the 3-2 pitch now. And a swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes. That will end the top of the 9th inning, but we go to the bottom of the 9th. Again, LG still has to close the game. That's the crazy thing. LG still has to close the game. As LG used their closer last night, and Yu Young Chan. Yu Young Chan, I guess, injured? Well, it's the pitching matchup. That's the thing, is the pitching matchup, and you're confusing LA flights. You're confusing NC being better this year and Hanwha being way worse. Mo Bands, did you take LG or something? Jong Hyun Sheik will come out. Doosan will have the 3-4-5 hitters coming up. 11 games, 11 innings, 3 wins, 6 holds, 2.45 ERAs, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. STTB, that is the beauty of the KBO, ladies and gentlemen. No game is ever safe. Yeah. LA flights, I'm going to guess that you live in LA as Park Jun-soo steps in. That is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. If you look in the description, what's up, Arpo? How was the test? All right, the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. LA flight, if you live outside of Korea, if you look in the description of my YouTube channel there, you can actually see a second stream that I do. It's called SOOP Live, and I actually show the games on there. So again, LG lost their closer last night. Harpo, what happened to LG's closer? All right, the 0-2 pitch into the dirts. 1-2. Iju Hun back behind the plates. So Hong Chang-gi is back over to right, and Che Wan Young into center field. That's what I thought they would have done earlier. And that is going to be slapped to right. Thank you, Mo Bands. Subscribing is amazing. I think it also makes it so you don't have to watch I think it makes it so you don't have to watch ads. I was dominated until Tolhurst pitched today, as that is way outside at 2-2. 2-2, Park Jun-soo. 2 for 3 on the day. A walk, a run scored, a 6-4 ground out, a single, and a double. A double that was a bloop that just barely hit inside the line. That's going to be right back to the pitcher. Underhand toss to first, and 1 away. Brings up the number 4 hitter. Thank you, LA Flights. Loving some members. I need to get something set up, an audio thing for that one. I don't have anything for that. All right, so Yang E.G. having a good day offensively. 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Popped up as he looks at ball 1 there. And here we go, the 1-0 pitch. This is outside at 2-0. Jong Hyun Sheik, a long-time Kia Tiger, was with Kia when they won in 2024, and then went to LG in the offseason, and then won a championship with LG last year. And that one hits Yang E.G. I imagine they'll have a pinch runner here. Bounces off of his elbow guard into the catcher's mask. Cameron steps in now. All right. Nope, not going to have a pinch hitter or pinch runner. Perfect. And he Oh, we have a pinch hitter. Do we have a pinch hitter? Maybe he took over in defense. Oh, he did. That's a big mess. Gee. Oh, that's way outside. 1-1. Yeah, LA flights on SOOP. There's a little star next to my name. That's how you follow me on SOOP, so that you can see when I'm streaming and everything. All right, the 1-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Gonna turn some volumes up on my left side. I'll give you guys the music again. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And that's way outside at 2-2. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop, a toss to the second baseman, throws to first, and that's will end the game on the 6-4-3 double play, ladies and gentlemen. LG completes the comeback against their rival, the old Doosan Bears. Doosan off to the early lead and then coughs it up late. Poor Sila. Poor Sila. All right, let me do some quick calculations here. I didn't calculate. There you go, Mo Bands. There you go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's it. Again, Tolhurst did not pitch well. It was lucky to get through 5 innings. LG off to the quick early lead. Hong Chang-gi led off the game with they don't need it. It's LA flight. It's 100% ABS system. The umpires have a earpiece that tells them whether or not to call a ball or a strike. So the KBO has 100% robot umpires for balls and strikes, and they also have a replay challenge on check swings. So they have a check swing replay challenge, then they have the video replay. Yeah, so yeah, they actually, it's a way better system than the MLB. But yeah, so Hong Chang-gi led off the game with a walk. Chun Sang-ho behind him, a single, and then Austin Dean came through with the 2 RBI double, put them up ahead, came around to score. No way, what? Okay. And then Moonbo yelling a ground outs, but then Moon Sung Ju came up with the RBI double, put them up 3-0. Tolhurst ran into some troubles pretty much the entire game. Started off with a walk to Sona Sup on a full count, a walk to Pak Jun Soon on a full count, and then a walk to Yang Yi Ji on a full count in the first inning. He walks the bases loaded on 3 straight full counts, and then Cameron comes up with an RBI single to put them 3-2, and then a sacrifice from Yang Sung Hwan ends up putting it to 3-2. Then in the second inning, a leadoff single by Yu Chan. And then a 2-run shot by Pak Chan-ho puts them up 4-0. They had another run in the third inning after a single, a stolen base, a walk, and then a balk moved both runners over, and then that allowed a sacrifice fly from Yu Chan to put them up 5-3 at the time. Now, basically, LG had not a lot going on before that. They ended up going 5 for 13 with runners on base before the ninth inning, and 2 for 8 with runners on base in up until the ninth inning. As far as Samsung, they had base runners the whole game. They went 1, 2, 3 in the eighth inning. That is the only inning that they went 1, 2, 3. They had plenty of base runners. They had 9 base runners left on. They hit into a couple double plays, or actually, yeah, I believe a couple double plays. They ended up having, 9 runners left on. They went 3 for 13 with runners on base. They went to 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The bullpen for Doosan just did not hold up. LG had a disadvantage here because their normal closer not available. He pitched 1/3 of an inning yet last night, and then he was taken out. I don't know why he was taken out. Doosan's normal closer, Kim Tae-hyun, is also not on the team, not on the first league. I don't know why. I don't know what has happened there. Again, yesterday I didn't stream because I had a company dinner, so I don't know exactly what was happening and everything. So yeah, LG comes from behind, puts a 4 spot up in the ninth inning, a 3 in the first, and then 4 in the ninth to come from behind to get the 7-5 win. Doosan, Chae-Min Suk pitched fantastic. 6 innings, gave up the 3 runs, but his team wasn't able to hold on. Tolhurst gets lucky that his team bailed him out, so he doesn't get a loss. But that is it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the NC versus Hanwha game. So if you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you are watching on SOOP, please make sure you hit the thumbs up and the little star. The star is how you follow me on SOOP. So make sure you do that. I will be back for the 2 o'clock game tomorrow. And then if you have a team that you like to see or that you want to see or a matchup you want to see, make sure on YouTube in the community tab, you can vote every single week on what matchups you want to do. I don't have a team to follow. I just stream whatever you guys want to stream. So thank you, Jim, and no problem. I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, until next time.